Hello, my name is Tom Goddard, and I'm president of the World Out of Home organization. I'm truly honored to have been again invited to give a talk by the Chinese Advertising Association about out of home in general and public service advertising in particular. But I must admit, it feels a little bit strange to be talking to you by video link as I'm normally with you in person. I've been to your wonderful country on many occasions in recent years, but the current global pandemic means it's not possible today. And since I was last in China, the whole world has faced massive upheaval in terms of health, in terms of well-being, in terms of lifestyle, and in terms of business. And as you know, the advertising sector, and specifically out of home, has been severely impacted. Governments have had no alternative but to order most of us to stay indoors, which is very bad news for those of us who work out of home, and as we do in the out of home medium. However, it's very heartening to see the out of home market in China recovering so steadily as we move into next year, and hopefully the rest of the world will follow on pretty soon. Now, despite these exceptional challenges, I firmly believe the fundamentals that fueled global out-of-home growth over a sustained period, in fact, 7 years of sustained growth, those fundamentals are still strong and will remain so as we recover. And that's because the unique qualities of out-of-home in marketing and communications cannot be overestimated in today's digital age. And this is why out of home is in a great position to bounce back as economies start to recover across the world and as advertisers regain confidence. Remember, in the last two global recessions, out of home recovered fastest of all media. So why am I so positive about the future of out of home? Well, that one is pretty easy to answer because of all the traditional media, out of home has adapted best to become an integral part of the digital communications revolution. Over the last decade, it's shown itself to be technologically compatible within the new digital media world. And this is not just about the explosive growth of digital screens, which has taken place around the world, including here in China, which sits at the cutting edge of LED technology. No, out of home is increasingly demonstrating how it can effectively work in partnership with online and with mobile. Research clearly shows how well out of home can generate online activity, whether it's online search, whether it's visits to clients' websites, or the downloading of an app or a product discount voucher. Automation and programmatic buying opportunities also emphasize out of home's position as a mainstream digital player. But it doesn't stop there, because out of home sits very comfortably as a point of convergence for social media engagements too. It's no coincidence across the world that all the major tech companies, whether they're in hardware, software, or social media, all are big users, all are big spenders in the out of home medium. And it's not just technology that drives these companies to out of home, because additionally, and without doubt, out of home can inspire great creativity, conveying a simple message with massive impact, clearly and concisely. Out of home has for a long time been a favorite canvas for advertising agency creatives. And as I said, this is because out of home can showcase great creativity aligns to the particular environment in which it's placed better than any other medium. Out of home is also the leading medium for brand building alongside television. So both long-established brands and young challenger brands use the medium very, very powerfully. Out of home can also be used to amplify other media in a powerful way, particularly television, internet, mobile, and social media. Additionally, robust research studies show how cost effectively it can strengthen or prolong a blended multimedia campaign. This is particularly beneficial in an era where fake, misleading, or poorly placed online ads pose an increasingly problematic difficulties for brands. And brand safety is guaranteed in out of home. And equally crucially, we are not impacted by ad blocking. So without doubt, out of home is a medium with a big future, regardless of the current pandemic crisis. In fact, many of the strengths which I've just highlighted make out of home an ideal tool for public service advertising. And this has been supremely well demonstrated during the pandemic. Across the world, we've seen out of home taking a leading role in public service broadcasting. This might be through delivery of a clear health message, such as the status of the pandemic in particular regions, or delivering practical advice on subjects such as washing hands, wearing masks, and social distancing. Our medium, when used properly, delivers clear and effective communication of critical and often life-saving messages. And a huge bonus, a huge cost-effective bonus, is that these messages often get further amplified as they are picked up by television or newspaper media. I don't know a single country where out of home has not taken a leading role in promoting important humanitarian messages this year. Furthermore, as the pandemic has worsened, out of home has taken an increasingly positive role, encouraging citizens to celebrate the heroic efforts of key workers, and in particular, our courageous health workers on the front line. In many countries, out of home became a means of truly celebrating our heroes, whether we were encouraging weekly national applause or highlighting the specific individuals who've served their communities with merit and distinction. A further great example from the UK is Ocean Outdoors' flagship site at Piccadilly Circus in London, which was used to broadcast Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth's solidarity message to the British people. This was a truly historic landmark event. And not surprisingly, this featured heavily on national and international news channels and across all other visual and social media, where it went absolutely viral. Additionally, out of home has played a major role in helping small and medium-sized businesses that were continuing to trade during the lockdown periods. For example, promoting local restaurants or other services, informing citizens that they are open for business. Out of home will always be a super effective, hyper-local medium. And that's been demonstrated over the last year really well, and there's no better form of directional advertising available today. So the truth is that out of home has long played an important role in public service advertising. And in particular nowadays, digital out of home provides massive flexibility in public service messaging. And that's because it offers the ability to change messages as and when required at very short notice or even in real time. And that's another reason why across the world in every market, out of home is being mobilized to communicate public service content. By being located on the streets, in metro stations, at other transport hubs, or in shopping malls, out of home is perfectly well positioned to deliver key messaging to a highly targeted audience or to a mass audience if required. In the urban environment, when people are out and about, out of home is unique and unavoidable. And the non-advertising content can vary greatly, with out of home increasingly being used to cover news and sports and other major public events. Instantly, it can play a very important safety role in times of emergencies, such as a hurricane warning or warnings about floodings, road closures, or even in some cases assisting the search for missing persons. The ability of out of home to change very quickly in response to changing circumstances, such as traffic congestion or weather conditions, make it a unique medium in terms of its capabilities in the public space. And that's why I believe the outlook is very bright for out of home as we move out of the pandemic and into a more positive and optimistic future. But before I finish, please allow me to briefly tell you a little more about the World Out of Home Organization, formerly known as FEPE International, which has existed for over 60 years as a non-profit organization. Our primary goal is to help grow out of home market share by supporting out of home media owners and trade bodies. And we're widely recognized as the official global body for the out of home medium. Our aim is to champion and evangelize out of home to brands, to media agencies, trade press, and membership is open to all sectors within our industry, not just media owners and associations. Out-of-home service suppliers in hardware and software are all most welcome. And we're proud to say we have a truly global membership with 15 of the top 20 out-of-home trade associations being members. We like to think of ourselves as the association of associations and are very proud to say that the Chinese Advertising Association is one of our esteemed members, along with 10 other prestigious Chinese members, including Unilumin and Phoenix Metropolitan Media. We are very proud to have all of you as part of our global family. Happily, membership is growing in China, and we would welcome more new members to our organization. So in conclusion, I believe the pandemic has presented major challenges for most businesses and citizens around the world. But without doubt, the out-of-home medium has, through its large-scale broadcasts of public service advertising, played a major role in the recovery effort. It's been a great honor for me to be involved in this Congress today, and hopefully I've helped to demonstrate the power of out-of-home as a key part of the public service marketing and communications mix. The pandemic has highlighted the importance for us all to work closer together as national and global industries. At the World Out of Home Organization, We see this as a trend that will only continue to develop, and we're actively seeking further opportunities to do even more of this work. And with this in mind, we at the World Out of Home organization have recently undertaken our own global public services advertising campaign that cleverly highlighted several important social questions. I'm delighted to say it became the world's largest ever out-of-home campaign, running in 60 countries, including China, and was carried on over $40 million worth of prime media space donated by our supportive members. As I finish, please enjoy our short campaign video, which shows the work we've done here. And all that remains for me now is to thank you for your time today and to say good luck and good health to you all. I especially look forward to seeing you in China in the not too distant future.